Good evening, USFFL. I'm late, but I'm here. And just in time for some postseason action. There's already one result in Coach of the Year game between the Raiders and Texans. I don't have the final on that yet, but we do have two other games on tap. One we're picking up in progress right now. We've got a Coach of the Year game coming up, kickoff in about 15 minutes between Rams and Saints. But we're going to start tonight with USFFL playoff action wild card round. Number 4-seeded Bucs are hosting the number 5-seeded Minnesota Vikings. Let's get into it. All right, we are back and ready to go. Let's pick up our action live here. Let me go ahead and make sure I get everything up. Let's switch to full screen and pull up our game. And look at this tie game, early second quarter. Bucs on the doorstep, looking to take the lead. Pulling up my thing to make sure we're broadcasting successfully here. It looks promising. And it sounds promising. So we're good to go, folks. Third and goal on the 2. So a big down we're picking up here for the Bucs. They're splitting out 4 wide receivers, showing pass, and indeed Brady back to pass, throwing short. This ball's caught, touchdown. Leonard Fournette out of the backfield, and the result was receiver, which is usually not that good. Only a couple of completions there for Lenny Fournette, but one of them is on a 7. And you know as well as I do, that probably wouldn't have been good on most of the other wideouts. So that's a touchdown and an extra point. The Bucs are now up 14-7 at home on Minnesota. 12:54 to go, second quarter. We're going to have to catch up on how we got here as we go. As again, I just walked in. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coached by Vince Trevelpiece, 3-time USFFL champion from his days with the Baltimore Ravens some time ago. And the Vikings are coached by none other than Skeeter Henderson. The Vikings taking over first and 10 of their 25, first down run. Dalvin Cook is off tackle, and he's through for a short gain. First down out across the 40. Pick up a 17. Brought down at the 42. And it'll be first and 10 there for the Vikings. And Dalvin Cook out to a fast start. 3 carries, 36 yards. Kirk Cousins earlier, a 22-yard touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson for their score. Brady had a 1-yard sneak for an early first quarter touchdown before throwing that touchdown pass a moment ago to Lenny Fournette. First down incompletion from Kirk Cousins. And it makes it second and 10. Vikings from their own 42. Cousins back to pass again. And he is looking short, but he's going to be forced to dump it off. Out in the flat to KJ Osborne. And with a result of receiver, Osborne comes up empty. So back-to-back incompletions for Kirk Cousins. And it's third and 10. Vikings ended the year as the top scoring team in the USFFL. Tampa Bay defensively without much defensive pressure that they can offer, and they're very poor rated against the pass. So attacking them through the air is typically the way to go. 4 wide receivers will split out here. Hawkinson is in the backfield with Cousins. The Bucs in a deep 3-2-6 dime. Back to pass and looking short, going to Hawkinson. It's incomplete, but a penalty on the play, and indeed it is pass interference on the Bucs. So a reprieve and a new set of downs for Tampa Bay, or I should say for the Minnesota Vikings. First down now across midfield at the Tampa Bay 40. We're about 9 minutes away from kickoff of Coach of the Year matchup between the Saints and the Rams. Here's a first down dump pass left side to Justin Jefferson and incomplete. Cousins finding nothing there on double sixes on his card, 2nd and 10. Vikings finished 11-6, even with the Packers, but the Packers got the tie break and won the division, relegating the Vikes to the number 5 seed. Again, back to pass and a little screen to Dalvin Cook, a yak opportunity for him, and Dalvin Cook's got space, and he's down the left sideline, inside the 20, and brought down at the 17. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka with the tackle, as the Vikings are now into the red zone. They'll go back to a run set, blocking back formation. Both teams with one punt on the day. Here's a key on the running back, but it's a little look-in pass over the middle. It's incomplete. And a big break there for the Bucs as they were looking run, obviously. And on Kirk Cousins' card, flat pass wrong. The only incompletion is the possible interception, and that's what he rolled. 2nd and 10. Now back in the nickel. And here comes the run up the middle. Dalvin Cook goes to the defensive card, and Cook's got room. And let's see how far he goes inside the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown of 17 yards. It was a reading of 12 on the short gain chart, but he had the boxes behind it. And with that additional yardage and the extra point here from Greg Joseph, this game is now tied at 14. There's an ensuing kickoff that's returned out across the 45, but a penalty, actually offsetting penalties, and they're going to have to kick it again. This time the kick almost as good on the return. A return of 32 yards from Devin Tompkins has the Bucs in really good field position here. 1st and 10 at their own 41. 9:36 remaining before halftime. It's our first wild card matchup of the year. Bucs first down off tackle run, Rashad White, and he's going to get just 2 yards. Quick tackle there by Harrison Phillips. White couldn't take advantage of his wrong column. It's 2nd and 8. Brady now in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Defense in the nickel. Here's a little look-in pass over the middle. That's caught, and it's going to be 5 yards. Cade Otton on the reception. It's 3rd and 3. Tampa showing good success today already on 3rd downs. They're 4 of 5 heading into this one. Lenny Fournette back in the game, blocking back set, defense out of the nickel. Let's see what Coach Triple-Piece has in mind here. Defense is looking run, but it's going to be a flat pass. Right side going to Cleft, and that's caught for 5 yards. Back-to-back 5-yard flat passes to the tight ends of Tampa. Both of them coming with one man on the defensive card. Result of 6 gives you +5. This one goes for a first down into Minnesota territory, now at the 47. Brady, 12 of 15 for 124 here early. And he's back to pass again, looking short. He's got Godwin. First down yardage. Pickup of 11. 1st and 10 at the Minnesota 36-yard line. Brady again, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, safety up close, showing blitz. Here comes a screen pass to the tailback, Rashad White, and it's going to be a loss of a yard. Quick tackle on the play and an injury to Rashad White. So that's significant. He'll miss the rest of this game. If the Bucs win, he'll be available next week. But now the Bucs are down to Rashad White being out of the game. White is carded for 129 carries. 2nd and 11. Brady back to pass. This time he's looking short. He's going to be going ahead and dumping it off instead. Out in the flat to Mike Evans, and he's got himself a catch and good yardage. Inside the 25, brought down to the 24. Pickup of 13 on the defensive card. Roll of 6-7. 4th catch already for Evans. And 56 yards. 1st and 10 Bucs at the 24. Blocking back set. Fournette carded for 189 carries. So they should be okay. Off tackle to Lenny Fournette. He's going to lose a yard. Credit to Skeeter Henderson. He had a linebacker in the zone, helped make that stop on the defensive card at 2nd and 11. Brady now out of the shotgun. Defense in a nickel, back to pass. Looks short and no good. He was going for Godwin again. And Brady missed it on his card on the right column, and that makes it 3rd and 11 at the 25. From here, a field goal is 2 through 10. You get back on a sack into the next range behind you. Drops to a 2 through 5. Pretty good pass blocking, though, for Tampa Bay. 4 wide receivers split out. Cade Otton's in the backfield with the quarterback who's in shotgun. Back to pass. Looking short, and he's doubled. Incomplete. Nice call. Skeeter Henderson doubled up on Julio Jones on that play. And that was the difference. That was 13 yards and a first down on right. The double team saves it. Here comes the field goal from 42 yards. It's up, and it's good. Rolled that 2 through 10 pretty easily, and the Bucs take the 17-14 lead. Now with 4:48 left before halftime, Minnesota, after a touchback, takes over at their 25. They'll come out in a run set, blocking back. Hawkinson in the backfield with Cook. Bucs out of the 3-4. They're looking run it is. Cook up the middle to the defensive card and just to pick up a 2. Right guard Ed Ingram could not make the block on that play. So 2nd and 8 now. Here comes an off tackle. Dalvin Cook on his card, and he's got a good one again. Short gain, pick up a 14 out to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 Vikes as Dalvin Cook still keeping his per carry average over 10. 6 carries, 69 yards. Defense looks pass. There's another pitch out to Cook, and this time he's brought down quickly. Gain of just 2, 2nd and 8. Same running set here. This time back to pass. He's looking short, going to Hawkinson, and no good. Incomplete. That was an 8 on the quarterback card, so on right, there was nothing there. And it's 3rd and 8 for the Vikings. Vikings have only had 1 third down attempt in the game so far. They missed it. Skeeter Henderson splits out 4 wide receivers. Out of the shotgun. Back to pass, looking short, going to KJ Osborne, and that's no good. Incomplete. Successful double team by the Buccaneers. And just like it happened to the Vikings earlier, the double team for both of them got them off the field on 3rd down, and the Vikings have to punt. And that punt carries all the way into the end zone and a touchback. So, nice call by Vince Treblepiece on 3rd down to get his defense off the field. And with 2:06 remaining before halftime and the Bucs up by 3, they'll take over again, 1st and 10 at their 20. We're going to get to see a Tom Brady 2-minute offense here. Three wide receivers. 2 running backs. Keyshawn Vaughn is the tailback now. Again, Rachaad White was injured just a moment ago. He'll only miss this game. 1st down draw up the middle and just a pickup of 2. Right guard Shaq Mason. Very good for a pass blocker, but failed to make the block there. And that held it to just a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8, we've reached the 2-minute warning. Vaughn stays in the game at tailback. Brady out of the shotgun now. Skeeter Henderson and the Vikes are out of the nickel. Here comes a draw up the middle one more time, and Keyshawn Vaughn's got it this time. Went to the defensive card, found a couple of boxes, and without the full complement of linebackers in the zone behind, that was a nice pickup. Gain of 12 yards. 1st and 10, Tampa at the 34. They still have all 3 timeouts. Brady out of the shotgun again. This time he's passing. He looks short to Mike Evans, and Mike's got it. 1st down out near the 50, tackled at the Tampa 48. And the Bucs will burn their first time out. 90 seconds left here in the first half. Bucs 1st and 10 at their own 48. Running backs are out of the formation. 4 wide receivers split out wide. Tight end Kate Otten back in the backfield with Brady. Nickel defense here from the Vikes. And back to pass again, short. Mike Evans again, another first down. Brought down inside the 40 by Patrick Peterson. Pick up a 13 as Mike Evans now 6 catches, 83 yards here in the first half. Tampa burns their second time out at the 122 mark. They are 1st and 10 at the Vikings 39. They're going to split out 4 wide receivers again. Safety up close showing blitz here. Cameron Bynum up close showing blitz. We'll see if the Bucs want to take the bait. They're going to go for a screen instead. Empty zone. And that's going to be a big gainer to Lenny Fournette. And he's gone. Loose in the secondary. Lenny Fournette for a touchdown of 39 yards. That was a receiver wrong opportunity for Lenny Fournette because the linebacker was not in zone. And snake eyes on wrong read plus 44. And Brady hits a wide open Fournette for the score as the Bucs have opened up a 10-point lead, 24-14. The right call at the right time there for Coach Trivelpiece. Ensuing kickoff is a squib, and it's going to be brought out to the 25. Exactly 60 seconds remain here in the first half. Vikings now at 1st and 10 at their own 25. They do have all 3 timeouts, so you have to think they must be thinking at least field goal here to cut it to 7. They'll split out 4 wide receivers. Bucs had the ball first, so the Vikings will get it here in the second half. Opportunity to get a field goal on the board and then come back and get another touchdown on open the second half and tie this game up. Coach Trivelpiece will have his Bucs in a deep dime. And here comes a first down run off tackle, Dalvin Cook. And he's got a good roll on the split roll, and it's 15 yards. Out to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Minnesota will burn their first time out at the 52-second mark. Cousins back to pass now on first down, and he's going to be forced to dump it off in the flat to KJ Osborne, and that ball is going to be caught by Osborne, and a nice pickup of 13 yards. Osborne on flat pass right on his card. Got the best roll possible other than Snake Eyes and goes for 13, and he's out of bounds on top of that. At the Tampa 47, back to pass again, looking short. This one's picked off by Tampa at their own 32. Turnover. And here comes the return. That's going to be out across midfield almost. Brought down at the Tampa 48. Interception on the play by Carlton Davis. And the Bucs with 37 seconds left and 1 timeout have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 48. That is the game's first turnover. And we'll see if Brady can turn it into points. He's back to pass. Brady looking short, going to Godwin. It's a catch, and he's brought down. And a personal foul on the defense on top of that. That stops the clock and adds 15 yards. And just like that, 1st and 10 for the Bucs at the Minnesota 25. Boy, that escalated quickly. So now if you're Brady, you got to have it in mind. You might even still get a touchdown out of this. They'll still split out 4 wide receivers. Brady out of the shotgun. 3-3-5 nickel here from Skeeter Henderson. Trying to keep it within 10. Brady back to pass. He's looking short. He's got his man, Mike Evans. He's out of bounds with a 10-yard pickup. There is a penalty, but it's against the defense. And so clock stops at 22 seconds. It's 1st and 10. Bucs at the Minnesota 15. Now into the red zone. Brady. Strong first half performance here. Four wide receivers splitting out for him now. He's out of the shotgun. Fournette is beside him. Safety Cameron Bynum up close, showing blitz. Brady back to pass. Looks short. He's going to Julio Jones, and that one's incomplete. On a soft spot on the defensive card. 2nd down and 10. 15 seconds remains. Tampa still with that one timeout. They're in no danger of field goal variable. It'll be 2 through 10 pretty much no matter what happens if they don't get in the end zone here. Vikings desperately needing to hold them here to just a field goal attempt. Vince Triple P's taking his time to decide on a formation here for this play. 2nd and 10 at the mini 15. He's splitting out 4 wide receivers again. Brady out of the shotgun. Vikes out of the nickel. Safety stays back in coverage. Brady back to pass. Looking short, going to Mike Evans. He's got the pass. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That was defender XOR 15. And Mike Evans beats his man, Cameron Dantzler, for the score. And with 1 second left, the Bucs are in the end zone again. Extra point from Suckup is good. And that makes it 31-14. The onside kick follows, and it is a halftime now, 24-point second quarter for the Buccaneers as they open up a 17-point lead at half, 31-14. Tom Brady in that first half, 21 of 27 for 250 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks. So the Vikings have their work cut out for them. Coaches discussing whether they want to break. Looks like they're ready to go, but let's go ahead and get that other game number. Let's see if we can't get that game up as well here. One moment. Again, this other game is going to be a Coach of the Year game. We have 6 coaches trying to vie this year to be the Coach of the Year winner. And looks like the Rams are up toward the end of the first quarter here, 3-0. The LA Rams on the road at the Saints. Rams are coached by Scott Shoemaker, or Schumacher, I believe it is. Apologies again, Scott. Scott is our web designer and developer. We appreciate all his hard work. And the New Orleans Saints are coached by none other than Dan Sir. Saints with the ball near midfield. They are trailing early second quarter, 3-0. We will be back here in a second. Let's go back and check on the playoff game as the Vikings very quickly are already in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 12. Here's a screen pass to Thielen, and he's got room, and he's going to go in for the score. Touchdown, Vikings. That was quick. Turn your head for a second, and just 90 seconds into the third quarter of action, the Vikings are in the end zone. And that makes it 31-21. Three plays and 75 yards on that drive. Let's take a look here. It was a 33-yard long pass to Justin Jefferson, followed by a 30-yard off-tackle run for Dalvin Cook. So they went to work quickly, and it's now a 10-point game. Shouldn't be a huge surprise. Again, the Vikings led the USFFL in scoring this year at 29.9 per game. Bucs, after a touchback, start off at their own 25, and here's a first down run of 4 yards for Keyshawn Vaughn. 2nd and 6, Bucs at their own 29. Dalvin Cook, 9 carries, 116 yards in this game. Vikings getting most of it done on the ground. Short pass, Mike Evans is incomplete. And it'll be 3rd and 6. That one on the defensive card. 3 men hit the only blank spot on Minnesota's short pass. Both teams with kind of bad short pass defense here. 4 wide receivers going to split out on 3rd and 6. Defense looking pass. It's a draw up the middle, and Fournette going nowhere. Eric Kendricks in the linebacker position brings him down right away, and it's 4th and 6. And just 3 minutes into the third quarter, we have a punt, and the Vikings are going to get the ball right back. Here's a punt, rolls down and rolls dead inside the 15 at the 14. And so the Vikings now on the road, trail still by 10 points, 31-21. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14. Keeping an eye over here on the coach of the year. We got a touchdown. Inside run draw to Eno Benjamin. And he scampers for a 24-yard touchdown run thanks to a couple of boxes. And the Saints have retaken the lead in New Orleans. They're up 7-3. Here's a 2nd and 10 play. Back to pass. Cousins short. Got his man. 12 yards. Pass was to Adam Thielen, and he got it on his receiver card. Short pass wrong. And move the sticks. 1st and 10 now. Vikes at their own 26. There's an off tackle. Dalvin Cook, and he's got a nice gain. 7 yards. You'll take that on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3 at their own 33. Now 3 wide receivers split out. Bucs looking for a run, but he's back to pass again and looking deep. Going to KJ Osborne, and he's got his man. Osborne with the catch into the secondary. He is down the right sideline, inside the 20, and brought down at the Tampa Bay 15-yard line. The Vikings are heating up here in the second half, and they're right back in the red zone. Twice in the first 5 minutes. 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's a square and pass over the middle, incomplete. And he was lucky it was just incomplete, as it was a good double team from Coach Trivelpiece defensively. He doubled up Adam Thielen. Cousins is 11-21. Only 11 completions, but now 198 yards after another long pass there. On 2nd and 10, Vikes are going to split out 3 wide receivers. 2 running backs in the backfield. Bucs out of the nickel. There's a button hook over the middle to Cook. Empty zone, and that ball's incomplete. For the 2nd time, Kirk Cousins on flat pass wrong, empty zone, rolls the interception split roll, the only possible incompletion on his card. So bad break there for the Vikes. It's 3rd and 10. They'll split out 4 wide receivers now. Cousins out of the shotgun. Hawkinson back there beside him. Defense still in the nickel. Back to pass. Looking short. He's going to Thielen. And incomplete. Thielen was doubled by a linebacker that had an opportunity on receiver right. Misses it. So here comes the field goal from 32 yards. That's good. Needed a 2 through 10. Made it easily. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-score game. 31-24. Buccaneers leading at home. 9 minutes still to go here in the third quarter. So the Vikings pick up 2 touchdowns within 10 points, 2 scores within the first 6 minutes of the second half to cut a 17-point deficit to just 7. Bucs now with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 25 after a touchback. Here's a 1st down flare pass, right side going to Cade Otton and incomplete. Interception split roll there on the defensive card with low odds. Checking game summaries to see, and it was the Houston Texans who advanced tonight in the Coach of the Year. Congratulations to Rudy Gobin for his defeat of the Las Vegas Raiders 26-3. There's a 2-yard pass to Lenny Fournette, sets up a 3rd down and 8 for the Bucs. From their own 27, 4 wide receivers, Brady out of the shotgun. So they're going to continue to attack in the passing game here. 3-2-6 dime here from Skeeter Henderson's Vikings. Back to pass, looking short, and Gage has it. Caught by Russell Gage out across past the sticks for a first down. Pick up a 10. Bucs set up again at their own 37. Brady back to pass, looking deep, going Mike Evans, and a split roll is no good and complete. Evans had a shot at a 30-yard gain, but needed a 2, 3, or 12. So 2nd and 10 now. Evans with a lot of targets since I've logged into this one. Here's a button hook pass. Lenny Fournette out of the backfield, and that's no good as well. Fournette on his card. Flat pass right, rolled a 7. There's nothing there. 3rd and 10. All running backs are out of the game. Bucs coming out with their 4 wides again. Brady out of the shotgun. Vikes out of the deep dime. We'll see who Skeeter's looking at double teaming on this one. Bucs doing so well on 3rd down tonight. 6 of 9. Brady back to pass. He's looking short, going to Russell Gage. It's the other guys that are double teamed, but he's forced to dump it off. Cade Otton out of the backfield on a little dump pass. Has got the catch. He's got the first down, and he's across midfield down to the 40-yard line of Minnesota. Pickup of 23 on the play. That was a 6 on the white die to put it to a 0-man column. And Cade Otton goes for 23. Bucs 1st and 10 now at the Minnesota 40. Back to a run set, blocking back with Keyshawn Vaughn as the tailback. And indeed, a first down run to Vaughn on his card, just good for 3 yards. 2nd and 7 now at the Minnesota 37. Saints still winning at home in the Coach of the Year contest with the Rams, 7-3. A little before halftime there. 2nd and 7. Here's an off-tackle run. Lenny Fournette and a linebacker in zone and a nice tackle. Dalvin Tomlinson makes the tackle on Lenny Fournette. Loss of a yard, and it is 3rd and 8 for the Bucs. And again, the Bucs are 70% on 3rd down, 7 of 10. Minnesota is 0 for 3. 4 wide receivers split out here for Brady. Still has Fournette beside him in the backfield. Deep 3-2-6 dime here from the Vikings. Waiting on the play call here. Fournette out of the backfield, I believe, is A-rated yak. He sure is. And here's a square in pass, linebacker in zone, and that's going to be a yak opportunity for Godwin. And he's got a good yak rating, and he's got himself a first down. Pickup of 11 on the play. Godwin is a B-rated yak, and that was the difference here in converting that first down as the Bucs continue to dominate the 3rd downs in this game. 1st and 10 now at the Minnesota 28. And speaking of dominating, Tom Brady's having a great game too. He's back to pass here, looking short, and this time it's picked off. Vikings with the pick at their own 12. Brought down immediately, but an interception by Cameron Dantzler, who was burned earlier in the game. This time he gets the pick, and at just the right time as the Bucs were marching into the red zone. So both teams with a turnover now. 4:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Vikings looking to tie the game with a long drive from their own 12, 1st and 10. Here's an off tackle to Dalvin Cook, and he's right through and into the secondary. First down yardage across the 30, out across the 40 to the 41. Antoine Winfield on the tackle, but not until a gain of 29 yards on the play. Dalvin Cook, 11 carries, 152 in the game. Here's another off tackle to Cook, and he's again through to the secondary. Somebody stop this man. 11 yards. Another first down. Across midfield now at the Tampa Bay 48. Back to pass this time. Cousins goes short. He's going to KJ Osborne, and that one's incomplete. Got the interception split roll on the defensive card. Cousins continues to struggle a little bit through the air. He's hit a few long ones, but he's just 11 of 24 with a pick. Back to pass again. He looks short, and it's incomplete. That one was to Justin Jefferson. Would have been a must-run opportunity on right, but credit the defense. Tropiece had him double-teamed, 3rd and 10. Now 4 wide receivers on the field for the Vikings. Bucs are going to bring out the deep dime, 3-2-6. Cousins from the shotgun, back to pass. He's looking short again, going right back to Justin Jefferson, and he's actually going to be flushed, and he's going to be forced to dump it off out here to Jalen Reagor, and Jalen Reagor is incomplete. Reagor with an opportunity on flat pass right, could not get it. It is 4th and 10. And Cousins with some more incompletions is going to have to give it up to the defense. He punts it away. Nice punt by the Vikes, out of bounds at the 11. And with 2:06 remaining in the third quarter, Bucs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 11. Checking in briefly here, Coach of the Year, the Saints are on the board again. They're up 14-3. After a 7-yard touchdown run by Melvin Ingram. Saints offense is controlling this one. They've outgained the Rams here before halftime, 203-78. 13 first downs to just 3 first downs. So all Saints early at home. This game here is approaching halftime. Let's go ahead and get back to the wild card playoff game. Bucs now, after a couple of plays, face a 3rd and 7 at their own 14. This could be the final play of the third quarter. Safety up close showing blitz out of the nickel. Back to pass. Looking short. Brady throws to Julio Jones, and he's got a catch and another first down. Second catch on the day for Julio Jones. 1st and 10 at the 24. As the domination on third down continues. 9 of 12 for Tampa Bay. 0 for 4 for Minnesota. Blocking back set here for the Bucs. Keyshawn Vaughn, the tailback. Again, Rachaad White was hurt. Off tackle and brought down immediately. No gain there for Vaughn. 2nd down and 10. Now 3 wide receivers. Fournette's back in the game. Brady out of the shotgun. Back to pass, looking short. Doubled by the safety is Mike Evans, and it's incomplete. That would have been 13 yards if the safety had double-teamed the wrong player, but move him into the zone, go to the 4-man column, and it's incomplete. That sets up a 3rd and 10. Nice call there by Coach Skeeter Henderson. And on 3rd and 10, Brady is in the shotgun. We are now into the fourth quarter. Bucs still up by 7, 31-24. Back to pass, looking short. This one's going to Goblin and incomplete. And guess what? Same exact roll. Double sixes. And again, Skeeter doubles the right receiver. Back-to-back plays. This time it was Curtis Godwin to get off the field. Well done on back-to-back calls there by the defensive coordinator, Skeeter Henderson. There is an injury, however. But first, the punt is fumbled, but going to be recovered. And the net of all that is the Vikings will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30. We need to take a look at that injury because Harrison Smith's a good player. He will be out for the remainder of this game. That's for the Minnesota Vikings on defense. 14:06 remains in this game. Bucs are up 31-24 at home. NFC wild card action. Vikings are taking over 1st and 10 at their own 30. They'll come out in a 2 tight end set. Cousins back to pass, going short and no good. Hawkinson was the target. Cousins couldn't find it on his card. It's 2nd down and 10. He continues to struggle. Kirk Cousins now 11 of 27 passing. And on 2nd and 10, here's a little sideline pass going to Adam Thielen, a yak opportunity for him. And Thielen doesn't get much, just a yard, but a penalty on the play. And the defense was offsides. Skeeter will take that penalty and get his down back to boot. 2nd down and 5. Three wide receivers, 2 running backs here for Minnesota. Bucs in a 3-4 now. Bucs looking run defensively. Here comes the deep ball to Justin Jefferson. A receiver is the role, and Jefferson, no surprise, with the catch. It was only a 25-yarder, though, so it could have been worse. But a nice gain for Justin Jefferson. 4 catches, 90 yards, and a tutty for him down the day. Across midfield, the Vikings now 1st and 10 at the Tampa 40. First down run off tackle, Dalvin Cook, and brought down right away by Akeem Nicks. So the defensive left end on the tackle. 2nd down and 10. Another off tackle run. And this time it's a pickup of 5 as Dalvin Cook beats the nose tackle with a 6 on the white die. And you need that 6 to get the best of Vita Vea, but they did. Vikings 3rd and 5 at the Tampa Bay 35-yard line. From here, it's a 2 through 6 and 12 field goal with room to spare as the range goes out to the 44. 3 wide receivers are going to split out here on this 3rd down. Here's a quick slant to Hawkinson, linebacker in zone, and that one is going to be a receiver result, and Hawkinson just gets 2 yards. It's 4th and 3 at the Tampa Bay 33, so the Vikings streak continues. They're 0 for 5 on 3rd downs. They've got a 4th and 3 at the Tampa 33, 2 through 6 and 12. If he gets a +1 on the variable, it would be 2 through 9 and 12, and he's got that to balance against going for it, trailing by 7 with 11:24 to go, and the offense stays on the field. 3 wide receivers. Skeeter's going to go for it. 2 running backs as well. 3-4 defense here by Triple Piece and the Bucs. High leverage play here. Big 4th down on the fringe of field goal range for the Vikings. First 4th down conversion attempt of the game. Defense looks past. It's a run up the middle to Dalvin Cook. To the defensive card he goes, and he gets just enough. Stretch the chains out, and by a couple of links, Cook gets the 3 yards and moves the sticks. Another series for the Vikes. 1st and 10 at the Tampa 30. They'll come out with 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs again. Here's the play call right up the middle for Dalvin Cook. Pick up a 2. That was a run call from the defense to limit the yardage there. Nice call by Triple Piece. 2nd and 8. Same formation offensively. Cousins with a quick screen to Dalvin Cook, and it's incomplete. That one on the defensive card. And nothing doing. 3rd and 8. From here, it's a 2 through 9 and 12 field goal attempt, so he might be more tempted. But on 3rd and 8, he's back to pass. Cousins going short to Thielen. Receiver opportunity, and Thielen makes the catch on his card. Pickup of 12 as the Vikes now into the red zone. 1st and 10 at the Tampa 16-yard line as we are now under 10 minutes to go in this wild card game. Again, 3 wide receivers out for the Vikings. Here's a double team on Justin Jefferson and a square out to Jefferson, and he's got it for 4 yards. That double was by a linebacker, and because it was on a flat, still managed to have 1 man in zone and get a 4-yard gain on the defensive card. It's 2nd and 6. Now at the 12-yard line. Now a blocking back set. So back to a traditional run set. Bucs out of the 3-4. Safety staying back for coverage. Here's a first down flare pass, left side, TJ Hawkinson, tight end, going to try to get one here. He's got a yak opportunity for Hawkinson. He's pretty good, but not this time as he's brought down after a 2-yard loss. Bad roll on the yak, and it's 3rd and 8 for the Vikings at the Tampa 14. Early third quarter now underway in New Orleans. Saints with the ball. They're up 14-3. Big 3rd and 8 coming up here for the Vikings. They'll split out 4 wide receivers. They have not completed a third down No, actually, they did complete one finally. They're 1 of 6. They could use one here. 3rd and 8 from the 14. Cousins in the shotgun. Bucs are out of the nickel. Here's a square in pass. KJ Osborne, and he's got it. First down yardage. 1st and goal at the 4 after a 10-yard pickup. Nobody in zone for that one. Linebackers were doubling up. And it's 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. So the Vikes on the verge of tying this one up. Here's a key on the running back, but a short pass. Johnny Munt's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Cousins to Munt. And an extra point here would tie it up. Greg Joseph is not that good on extra points. It is up, and indeed he misses it. Shanks the extra point. I just looked at it. Greg Joseph is just 2 through 9 and 12. So 10 and 11 are misses, and indeed he rolls the 10. And so the Bucs retain the lead on a shanked extra point. We are now exactly halfway through the 4th quarter. 7.5 minutes remaining. Bucs still hold on now by 1 point, 31-30. And the Bucs, after a touchback, take over at their own 25. So a really tight NFC wildcard game to get the playoffs kicked off. Here's an off tackle, Lenny Fournette, and he gets just 2 yards. Got that in his wrong column, so not the best roll. Tackle on the play by Harrison Phillips. It's going to be 2nd and 8 at the 27. The Bucs will split out 3 wide receivers here, 2 running backs. Vikings will stay in the 3-4. Here's a screen pass going to Lenny Fournette out of the backfield, and wow, he's going to lose a yard. Ooh, and an injury on the play, and that's to Lenny Fournette. And that's going to mean 2 running backs are down for the Bucs. Let's see how long he's out. Big injury. So Lenny Fournette and Rachaad White have both been hurt in this game. They'll both be back next week. But right now, there's like no running game left for Tampa Bay as they protect a 1-point lead with 6:36 to go. Big injury. And naturally on 3rd and 9, they're going to split out 4 wide receivers back to pass. Brady looks short to Russell Gage. He's got it. First down, 10-yard pickup. Credit to the defense as they double-teamed Russell Gage correctly on the play, and it just didn't matter. Brady completes it in his double-teamed column. And it is 1st and 10 Bucs at their own 36. Injuries to Leonard Fournette and Rachaad White, who total 318 of the carries that Tampa can bring to the table. So when I say their run game is down, it's down. Keyshawn Vaughn, their 3rd stringer, has just 17 carries. That's what they've got here. Here's a little quick out to Cade Otton. He's got it for 6 yards. But the offense is flagged for holding. So a big penalty there for the Bucs. And that drops it back to 1st and 20 for the Bucs at their own 26. Big penalty there. So the Bucs, they're without their running backs, but they still have a good passing attack. And it might be a little telegraphed here. 4 wide receivers splitting out on 1st and 20. Brady out of the shotgun. Vikes in the nickel. There's a little look-in pass to Cade Otton and incomplete. Brady got his interception split roll on the defensive card, I should say. Missed the low odds pick. 2nd and 20. Brady had over 250 yards passing in the first half. 5:42 to go in the game. He's at 318, so a little bit slower here in the second half. Bucs split out 4 wide receivers again. Brady out of the shotgun. Safety up close. Going to show blitz here with Cameron Bynum. Out of the nickel, back to pass. Brady looking short. He's going to Mike Evans. To the defensive card we go. It's incomplete. Found a blank spot with 4 men in zone, and that makes it 3rd down and 20. So if you're the Bucs and Tom Brady, you consider the long pass here. You're up by 1. Long pass right, you would need a 4 for the long gain or a 3 for the plus 27. Maybe we see a flat pass to Godwin, hoping to capitalize on the B-rated yak. 4 wide receivers, 1 halfback. The deep 3-2-6 dime here for the Vikings and Skeeter Henderson. And he's going to go with a draw up the middle by Keyshawn Vaughn. He's going to get 5 yards only. And it's 4th and 15. That'll bring out the punter at the 4:48 mark. Vikings going to get the ball back here. 48-yard punt going to be fielded at the 21-yard line by the Vikings. Jalen Reagor fair catches it there. And with 4:30 to go here in the fourth quarter, Vikings on the road trailing 31-30 to the Buccaneers. Vikings with the ball. 2 tight end set. Dalvin Cook, the single setback. Defense looks past. It's an off tackle. Dalvin Cook, and he's going to get 5 yards. Once again, a 6 on the white die is exactly what the doctor ordered to beat Vita Vea and pick up those 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Dalvin Cook, 17 carries, 178 yards rushing in the game. Big day for him to make up for the struggles generally today by Kirk Cousins. Here's a little flat pass. TJ Hawkinson caught the defense looking run, and it's a short gain for Hawkinson on Kirk Cousins' card, and good yardage out across the 40 and brought down at the 44-yard line. Pickup of 18, Cousins to Hawkinson. .318 to go on the game clock. Both teams all 3 timeouts. Bucs up by a point. Cousins back to pass, looking short, and Thielen's got it. A catch, 10 yards. Move the sticks across midfield now at the Tampa Bay 46-yard line. Needing only a field goal, you wonder if he might start running the ball to milk some clock. And indeed, here comes a first down run. Off tackle, Dalvin Cook. And he's rigged through into the secondary. He's loose. He's gone. That's a touchdown. Plus 81 on his card on Snake Eyes. Dalvin Cook with a 46-yard touchdown run and 224 yards rushing in the game as the Minnesota Vikings have gone on top 36-31. And they're going to go for 2 to try to extend this 5-point lead to the full 7 points. Dalvin Cook is in fuego. 3 wide receivers going to split out on this conversion attempt. Defense out of the nickel. They're keying on the running back, though, and indeed, they got him. Good call by the defense, as it was indeed a run to Dalvin Cook, and the 2-point conversion is stuffed. And so with 2:24 to go in the game, the Vikings are now up by 5, 36-31, and the Bucs, after a touchback, take over at their own 25. Fast-moving finish here. First down play, Tom Brady. Out of the shotgun, back to pass. He was looking short, but he's going to be forced to dump it off. Cade Otton in the flat has a yak opportunity, and Otton not very good there, but a good roll, and that's going to be out across the first down. Pickup of 11 out to the 36-yard line as we reach the 2-minute warning in Tampa Bay. NFC wildcard action, the Bucs are trailing. The Vikings are on top, 36-31, but the Bucs are driving from their own 36 back to pass. Tom Brady Looking short again. Goes to Mike Evans. That's caught. Another first down. Pick up a 10. Mike Evans, his 9th catch on the day. 118 yards receiving. Bucs 1st and 10 at their own 46. And they do burn their first time out. An interesting call. I'm not sure I'd take it and take them yet. You might score too early and still leave the Vikings time. But you never know. There's other reasons why it could work this way that I can come up with. 4 wide receivers going to split out. Brady out of the shotgun. Vikes out of the nickel. Back to pass. Brady looking short, going to Evans. It's the other guys that were double teamed, so he picked the right receiver, but he's going to be flushed and forced to dump it off. This one's going again to Cade Otton, and Otton on his card is going to get 7. Tackled inbounds on the play by Jordan Hicks. They'll let the clock run this time. 2nd and 3 now across midfield at the Minnesota 47-yard line. Field goal does the Bucs no good. Brady again out of the shotgun with 4 wide receivers plus Cade Otton. Skeeter Henderson's Vikings out of the nickel. Right back to Cade Otton on a flare pass. Left side, there is a linebacker in zone. Receiver opportunity, and that's going to be good for 6. Cade Otton. 1st and 10. Now at the Minnesota 41-yard line. 1:22 remaining. Brady again, 4 wide receivers are split out. He's back to pass. He's going right back to Mike Evans on this play and incomplete. Brady missed it on his card. 2nd down and 10. The Rams are on the scoreboard on the road in New Orleans. They now trail 14-11 after a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Brady once again out of the shotgun. 1:15 remains here in the 4th quarter. Winner advances to the divisional round of the playoffs. Back to pass. Brady looking deep. He's going to Julio Jones and no good, incomplete. Julio was double teamed by a linebacker. It didn't come into play here. Went to the one-man column defensively and found an empty spot. So 3rd and 10 now for Tampa Bay. Bucs have been money all day on 3rd downs, 10 of 15. Back to pass, Brady looking short. It's no good, incomplete. But a penalty, pass interference on the Vikings. 1st down yardage is marched off to the 23-yard line. That's an 18-yard penalty. 1st and 10 Buccaneers at the 23 of Minnesota. 1 minute remains in the game. Bucs down by 5. Brady now 50 pass attempts on the day. 33 of 50. And, if you get a touchdown here, a field goal coming back for the Vikings keeps them in play. You might want to be careful not to score too quickly. Vikings kicker has extended range, too, all the way out to the 44. 1st and 10 at the 23, as I said. Brady out of the shotgun here. 4 wide receivers split out. There's a flat pass. Cade Otton, he is double teamed and incomplete. Just missed the automatic interception on Brady's card. And I just noticed that the Bucs have been shut out here in the second half. Vikings have outscored them 22-0 to come back and take a lead here. But the Bucs on the verge of getting into the red zone here. Back to pass, Brady. He's looking short, but he's going to be forced to dump it off. Mike Evans in the flat on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete as Brady on flat pass right finds an empty spot. And 45 seconds now left in the game. Bucs have a 3rd and 10 at the Minnesota 23. Four wide receivers again split out. Defense in a 3-2-6, but one of those safeties is up close. Showing blitz, back to pass, looking short and incomplete. There's an offsides penalty, though, on the defense. So wipe away the incompletion. March off 5 yards. And with 37 seconds left, the Bucs have a 3rd and 5 at the Minnesota 18. This wild card is coming down to the final 30 seconds. Bucs trail by 5. 4 wide receivers split out here for Brady. Skeeter Henderson has his Vikings defense in the nickel, 3-3-5. Bucs still have 2 timeouts. Don't rule out the flat. It's a square in pass. 2 linebackers in zone, so good call. But it goes to the offensive card, and Brady has got his short gain on his card. The catch is made. Chris Godwin all the way down inside the 5 and brought down at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. Let's see what they do with the time. The Vikings call their first timeout. Bucs 1st and goal at the 1. And I think that's the right call if you're the Vikings. 1st and goal at the 1. Full house formation. 3-4 blitz here from the Vikes. Let's see if Brady sneaks it in. Brady up to the line. Expecting a sneak here to Brady. And with the 2 injuries on the running backs and only Keyshawn Vaughn available really in the backfield to call, you might even key Brady here. He does key Brady. Off tackle to Vaughn, but he still loses a yard. What a bad time for a sneeze attack. 2nd and goal on the 2. The key was on the quarterback like I expected. But when you're down to your 3rd string running back, 2 linebackers in zone on the defensive card, he lost a yard. 22 seconds left. Vikings burned their 2nd timeout. They have 1 remaining. It is 2nd and goal, Bucs at the 2. And if this gets all the way to 4th and goal, maybe the Vikings are going to regret taking those timeouts, but you really can never tell, right? 22 seconds left. Bucs at home. Down by 5. 2nd and goal at the 2. This time they split out 4 wide receivers. The full house is gone, and instead it's spread formation. 3-3-5 nickel for the defense. Vikes showing the safety up close, representing a blitz. I still think we're going to get a run as the Bucs do have just 2 timeouts. Off tackle, Keyshawn Vaughn. He is keyed, and he's going to lose 2 more. 3rd and goal at the 4. Let's see who wants that timeout. I think if you're the Vikes, maybe you let it run. Actually, it's the Bucs that call the timeout. They both have 1 timeout remaining. 3rd and goal at the 4 as the Vikings and Skeeter are trying to make a big goal line stand here right at the gun. Again, 2 linebackers in zone is where that reading was found. Bucs 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. Waiting for the offensive formation to show. Minnesota has actually outgained Tampa in this game, 509 to 419. That's because Dalvin Cook has run for 224 yards in this game. Here we go. 3rd and goal from the 4. 3 wide receivers and 1 fullback in the game. That fullback, Cade Otton, is beside Brady, who's out of the shotgun. 3-3-5 nickel blitz brought out here by the Vikings and Skeeter Henderson. Safety is up close. A sack here would be devastating. Bucs still have that timeout if it happens, but it's going to put you into a longer short pass thing on 4th down. Back to pass, looking short to a double-team Russell Gage. Here's the sack by the Vikings at the 15-yard line. Daniil Hunter. A loss of 11 on the play as the safety blitz adds to it. And the defensive lineman comes through. Bucs take their last time out. It's 4th and goal at the 15. 8 seconds left. It all comes down to this. You need 15 yards on this play for the Bucs. And you start looking at the cards for dudes that average 15. 4 wide receivers do split out here. And really, I think it's just Mike Evans, and even he's 14.7. It's a tough go here. 3-3-5 nickel from the defense. Brady out of the shotgun. Last play, last chance, barring a penalty. Waiting on the play call here. 4th and goal from the 15. Bucs trail by 5. I almost think you got to roll short here and hope that you get that defender extra 15. Alternatively, you could go long. From 15 out, there's no way I'd consider a flat. It's just you're kind of in no man's land here. It's tough to get in there. Fans are on their feet here in Tampa waiting for Brady Magic to pull them out of this moment. 4th and goal at the 15. Trailing by 5, just 8 seconds left. And it is indeed going to be a long pass, and it's going to Julio Jones, who is doubled by the safety. Great clutch call by the defense. It's going to take a miracle for Brady to get into the end zone here. Let's see what happens on the roll. And 2 men in the zone. That ball is incomplete on the defensive card. And with 1 second remaining, the Minnesota Vikings, after a great goal line stand from 1st and goal at the 1, take over at their 15. And they're going to be able to take a knee and walk out of here with a big wild card victory. Shutting out the Bucs in the second half, 22-0 for the comeback. Congratulations goes out to Skeeter Henderson, head coach of the Vikings, for the big win as they take down the 4th-seeded Bucs in dramatic fashion with a goal line stand. Both coaches invited on for a debrief. We need to get over to the other NFC game real quick, but let's take a look. 508 to 408, so over 900 yards of offense in this game. What an amazing finish in that one, and a great game to have the honor to broadcast. That's awesome. And we've got another good one here, Coach of the Year game. 7.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Saints are still on top, but it's now 21-18. They're up by only 3. We'll keep an eye to see if either of our coaches show up for a post-game wrap-up from that early wild card victory by the Vikings. Saints with the ball. They're up by 3. 1st and 10. Here's a screen, and with 2 men in zone, that's incomplete. Resetting this one, Saints are coached by Dan Sir, and the Rams are coached by Scott Schumacher. Just over 7 minutes remain. Saints are up 21-18. They have a 2nd and 10 at their 25. Dalton back to pass, looks short, and that's no good. Dalton was looking for Rashid Shaheed and couldn't make the pass. 3rd down and 10. The Rams at one point had been outgained like 220-78, but much closer now, 320-293. As another incomplete pass from Dalton, and the Saints are going to have to bring out the punter. And a terrible punt. Blake Gilkin with a 27-yard punt. Nothing on the return, but nevertheless, the Rams, with great field position, take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. we welcome Skeeter to the broadcast. Skeeter, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, how's it going?
All right, man. Congratulations on an exciting victory in that one. How
What
about
a fit! That was one of the most intense games.
I should say so. I don't know if you noticed this, but you shut him out in the second half on that one.
Yeah, and I needed to because I let him score a couple touchdowns late in the second half, so I got really lucky.
Yeah, you also made it through a 1st and goal at the 1 there at the end. Did you think it might be over at that point?
I thought it was over, and I was like, should I call a timeout? Should he call a timeout? And but
Yeah, I was having the same dilemma when he first got that 1st and goal at the 1. You know, the first time he runs it, you definitely want to call a timeout and, give yourself a shot for that comeback field goal, especially with the range of your kicker. But each successive play when he didn't get in, it was a harder decision to make whether you wanted to call timeout or not.
Yeah. But that was quite the game.
Well, you got the offense
win percentage
cooking.
The win percentage was in his favor the entire game until my touchdown, with a couple minutes left. So I was like, and then it flipped. It was 80% to 10%. So.
Well, it was a really good contest, and you had some really big double teams down the stretch that I thought made a difference for you. In fact, both of you were really peppering really good with your safeties and correctly picking off a lot of the receivers that the other guy was trying to hit with.
Yeah, he called a great game on. He double teamed Jefferson a bunch, which was always tough. And then, but Brady kept throwing that, rolling that 7 on the short pass, and I was like, I got to do something to counteract that a little bit because it just it just seemed like every
kind of
third
challenging
down.
short pass defense cards.
Yeah. So.
But you got it done, and in no small part thanks to what an amazing game by Dalvin Cook, including what turned out to be the winning touchdown.
Yeah, that was a way to get it in at the end there, and he. My run game came to life, which is really what I needed there at the end.
Well, you're the top scoring team in the USFFL this year. Congratulations on that. And even though you didn't win the division, you're on to the divisional round, and we'll have to stay tuned to see who your next round opponent is. But certainly, congratulations on a big win tonight, Skeeter.
Thank you.
Looking forward to calling your game again in the second round.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you bet, man. Congratulations. And like I say, we'll see you in the second round.
Okay.
All right. That's Skeeter Henderson walking away with a big 36-31 win on the road, beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to advance to the divisional round. Let's go ahead and return to full screen here. Let's get back to the finish of our game here. 2:42 remains. The Rams couldn't do anything with that possession after that punt that we had a moment ago. And now the Saints are driving. They're up 3. 2nd and 3 at the Rams 27. Rams got to keep them out of the end zone here. Defense looking run, but it's a short pass, and that's going to be caught. Dalton hits Jawan Johnson, the tight end. That's inside the 15. Down at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 there for the Saints as we approach the 2-minute warning. Running set now, blocking back formation. Eno Benjamin, the tailback here for the Saints. Kamara is injured for this game. So is Chris Olave, I just noticed. There's a flat pass and incomplete. Bad break there on the roll as the offense had flat pass wrong for the tailback. Actually, a mandatory penalty on the offense. Backs it up 5 yards, so never mind. 1st and 15 now at the 19 of the Rams. So the safety still remains free for Scott Shoemaker. There is no world where I will remember to say that name the same way 2 times in a row. I do my best when it comes to names. Still a blocking back set here again on 1st and 15 from the Saints, and an off-tackle run, and nothing doing for Benjamin. Tackled immediately by Ernst Jones. And we've reached the 2-minute warning here in New Orleans. The Saints trying to advance to the NFC final for the Coach of the Year. They're up 21-18. And they still have the ball in the red zone, hoping to extend to a 2-score lead. Rams hoping to hold them to a field goal attempt or turn it over. Tailback switches out here. It's Melvin Ingram, or I should say Mark Ingram, and a run from Mark Ingram, and he's going to get 5 yards, beating the nose tackle with a 5 on the white die. Makes it 3rd and 10 at the Rams' 14-yard line, and the LA Rams are going to call their first timeout. Stops the clock at the 1:52 mark. Saints, 3rd and 10, blocking back set. Benjamin back in at tailback. And on 3rd and 10, it's a run. Off tackle, Benjamin is going to get 5. So sort of a conservative call there. Not necessarily a bad one. I don't have enough of the context. But sets up 4th and 5 at the 9, and the Saints are going to come on for a field goal attempt. And Will Lutz drives it home. 26-yard field goal extends it to a 6-point lead, 24-18. And here comes a nice kickoff return of 26 yards by Brandon Powell of the Rams. And with 90 seconds left in the game and the Rams having just one timeout, they trail by 6. 1st and 10 at their own 28. Three wide receivers going to split out for the Saints. Nickel defense here. 3 wide receivers splitting out for the Rams. Back to pass, looking short, going to Tutu Atwell, and actually a penalty. Back the offense up 5 yards. New Orleans pass defense rated average to good. They have 3 blitzers that can operate with double digits, so pretty good there. And on 1st and 15, Rams are going to go 3 wide receivers. Out of the shotgun, back to pass, and a quick out to Tyler Higbee. It's good for 4 only. Makes it 2nd and 11 at the 27. Three wide receivers split out again. And here comes a run, though, around the edge on 2nd and 11. Darrell Henderson trying to get the corner, and he's got it. He's got a short gain. Darrell Henderson up the sideline, goes for 18, and he does not get out of bounds. Tackled by Paulson Adebo. But good yardage out to the 45-yard line. And we'll see if the Rams want to burn their last time out. They do not. They're in the hurry up. Preserve that timeout. Clock with 60 seconds left. 3 wide receivers split out again. Darrell Henderson Jr., the tailback. Saints operate out of the deep dime and give up the run if they want it, and he'll try it again. Pitch out to Darrell Henderson, and Henderson on his card hits another short gain. Back-to-back rolls a 7. This one goes for 19. Back-to-back runs of 18 and 19 yards. And the Rams quickly, 1st and 10 at the New Orleans 36-yard line. 52 seconds remaining. Still 1 timeout. Probably a good gamble there defensively, but they got burned back-to-back. And here's another pitch out into a pass defense, and this time Henderson brought down after just a 2-yard gain, and he does not get out of bounds again. I'm pretty sure they're going to burn their last timeout. They do not. They go to a hurry-up. Still 1 timeout, 30 seconds left. 2nd and 8 Rams at the Saints 34. Three wide receivers going to split out here for Stafford. Saints out of the nickel. Stafford back to pass. Looking short. He's going to Van Jefferson. It's no good. Incomplete. And that makes it 3rd and 8 at the 34 with just 22 seconds remaining. Got to wonder if he might go long here. Here's a pitch out. He's going to try to run it, and it's a loss of 3. And he is brought down inbounds as well. Gutsy call on that play. Darrell Henderson couldn't get it done. And they're going to have to burn their last time out, and they do. 4th and 11 Rams at the New Orleans 37. Only 15 seconds remain, so you might just go long here. You don't have time for 3 short passes, really. Not unless you get out of bounds for the first 2, and they're both complete. 3 wide receivers split out here for Stafford. He's out of the shotgun. Saints defense in the nickel. Stafford back to pass, looking deep, going to Kupp, and it is incomplete. No flags on the play. Turnover on downs, and the Saints get the ball back with just 8 seconds left and a 6-point lead as New Orleans is getting ready to walk into the final on the NFC side for the USFFL Coach of the Year. And Andy Dalton takes an E as the final seconds tick off in this one. Your final score from New Orleans. The Saints at home have beaten the Rams 24-18 to advance. Both coaches have been invited on to the broadcast if they would like to pop in for a debrief. So the finals are now set up for the Coach of the Year, as we really had 2 play-in games, and they both happened tonight. The Texans beat the Raiders. They will advance to play the Colts in the AFC Coach of the Year final. Here we have the Saints holding on at home to beat the Rams, and they will advance and take on the Carolina Panthers on the NFC final. Coaches here discussing a little strategy that was employed during the game. New Orleans was dominating in the first half of this game, but in the end, they only outgained the Rams by 15 yards. These 2 teams played turnover-free football. They did have 14 penalties. Andy Dalton had a better game than Matthew Stafford. Both teams had a running back go for over 100. Eno Benjamin, after Kamara's injury, ends up with 13 carries for a 117. Cam Akers went over 100 yards rushing for the Rams with 21 for 114. Darrell Henderson added an additional 78. A lot of rush yards there for the Rams. Over 200 yards rushing in this game, but they still came up short, losing by 6. So we'll keep an eye here for the coaches for just a moment longer. So we've got our Coach of the Year games done for this week, with the Coach of the Year final games on each side of the bracket coming up next week. We've only had the 1 USFFL playoff game so far. Great wild card action tonight between the Buccaneers and the Vikings. Buccaneers got a flurry of points to end the first half, and they were up 31-14 by 17 points at halftime. And the Vikings come out in the second half and outscore them 22-0 and walk away with a comeback victory on the road. Congrats to Skeeter Henderson tonight for that victory. Congrats to Dan Sir for the victory here, the Saints beating the Rams. And an earlier action that we were unable to broadcast, let's add congratulations to rookie coach Rudy Gobin as his Houston Texans advance in the AFC Coach of the Year action as well. It appears that is it for the night, as it does not appear that we will have the coaches coming on for postgame. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. That's it for tonight. Go ahead and stick with us in the coming days, because I intend to broadcast all the games that I can here in the postseason as we continue to enjoy USFFL action.